welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering SC-300 Microsoft Identity and Access Administrator. To find the complete list of question and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Today's questions are: you have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You need to identify users who have leaked credentials. The solution must meet the following requirements. Identify sign-ins by users who are suspected of having leaked credentials. Flag the sign-in as a high-risk event. Immediately enforce a control to mitigate the risk while still allowing the user to access applications. What should you use? Please go through the answer area. The correct answer is: to classify leaked credentials as high-risk use is Azure Active Directory Identity protection. To trigger remediation use, user risk, and to mitigate the risk, select grant access but require password change. Now moving to next question. You have an Azure Active Directory tenant that contains the users shown in the following table. Please go through the table. You plan to implement Azure AD Identity Protection. Which users can configure the user risk policy and which user can view the risky users report? Please go through the answer area. The correct answer is: configure the user risk policy, use 3 only, and view the risky users report, use 3 and user 4 only. Next question is: you have an Azure Active Directory tenant that contains a group named Group 3 and an administrative unit named Department 1. Department 1 has the users shown in the users exhibit. Please go through these pictures. Department 1 has the user administrator assignments shown in the assignments exhibit. Please go through the pictures. And please go through the answer area. The correct answer is: admin 1 can reset the passwords of users 3 and user 4. No. Admin 1 can add user 1 to group 2. No. Admin 2 can reset the password of user 1. Yes. Now moving to next question. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant. All users must use the Microsoft Authenticator app for multi-factor authentication when accessing Microsoft 365 services. Some users report that they received an MFA prompt on their Microsoft Authenticator app without initiating a sign-in request. You need to block the users automatically when they report an MFA request that they did not initiate. Solution: from the Azure portal, you configure the fraud alert settings for multi-factor authentication. Does this meet the goal? Option A, yes. Option B, no. The correct answer is option A. Next question is: all users have mobile phones and laptops. The users frequently work from remote locations that don't have Wi-Fi access or mobile phones connectivity. While working from the remote locations, the users connect their laptop to a wired network that has internet access. You plan to implement multi-factor authentication. Which MFA authentication method can the users use from the remote location? Option A, a notification through the Microsoft Authenticator app. Option B, email. Option C, security questions. And option D, a verification code from the Microsoft Authenticator app. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, you have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You create a named location named high-risk countries that contains a list of high-risk countries. You need to limit the amount of time a user can stay authenticated when connecting from a high-risk country. What should you configure in a conditional access policy? Please go through the answer area. The correct answer is configure high-risk countries by using condition and configure sign-in frequency by using a session control. Thank you.